Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. Today, I am going to tell you about 3 law firm digital marketing sins. Yes, I'm calling them sins that you want to avoid. And I'm calling them sins because I'm seeing a lot of it out there. A lot of law firms are committing this, and I want to see if we can put an end to it. Okay. Anywho, before we continue with the episode, I just want to remind you guys, if you are an attorney and you're getting a lot of value out of this podcast, please subscribe to your favorite app, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever you get your apps. And that way you're notified every single time that we put out a new episode. Okay. And also, if you know of any attorneys that could benefit from this content, forward it along and let them know about this. And I would love a review too on Apple Podcasts, because it helps me distribute it a little bit more to other attorneys that can help, that we can help with this. All right. So let's talk about these 3 sins of digital marketing for law firms. Okay. Basically, what I'm noticing is this. It's a trend. Okay, so it's kind of like if you're having difficulty generating and converting leads, it's probably because you're making these mistakes. A client came to me about 4 months ago, and we were talking. You know, he was doing some digital marketing. He did some stuff in-house. He did some stuff with another agency, etc. And they were almost committing all of these sins. And I was like, okay, I know why this is happening. So anyway, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I don't want this episode to be very long. I just want to educate you on something that's basic, but impactful if it's done incorrectly, and that's why I'm calling them sins. Anyway, let's move on. So the number one sin that I know that I've seen is not understanding the importance of how to utilize search engine optimization, SEO, effectively. Here's what I mean. If you're not really researching what your potential clients are typing currently on the internet and answering their questions via a blog, you're doing something wrong. Okay? That is the powerful thing. That's what I mean by effective use of SEO. Especially for an attorney. Okay? Especially for an attorney. Because there are a lot of people asking questions on the internet. So if you have an answer for them, and your blog actually answers it, or a video that answers it, it doesn't matter how you deliver the content. Whether if you feel comfortable with video, then do the video. If you're better at writing, then write. Either way, you want to address their concerns and lead them to you as the source of their answer. So that way you have a chance of connecting with that audience and eventually start helping them in whatever legal matter that they are experiencing right now. Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat this morning, folks. Sorry about that. Anywho, that's number one. Number two, I've noticed this as well, and this is a new thing. The number one is a fairly old issue that continues to happen over and over and over again, which I do not understand. But I'm trying to put an end to it now. But here's the number two failure that I've seen. This is fairly recent because this has become an issue only in the last, say 3-4 years. And that's the failure to leverage multi-channel marketing. Basically, the ability to be where your clients are online all the time. Here's why that's important. It's becoming very, very difficult now to stand out. That's the word I'm looking for. To stand out. It's becoming not difficult. It's becoming more challenging. Let's put it that way. So if you're not utilizing multi-channel marketing, you're missing out on a good percentage of business that's out there. Okay, so you're leaving money on the table because you're not in front of enough people all the time. So what is multi-channel marketing? Should be self-explanatory, but I'm going to drill down even more. Okay, multi-channel marketing. Basically, you have to have display ads. You have to have SEO, like we talked about in the first one, but good SEO though. Okay, you have to have some kind of pay-per-click advertising. You have to be on social. You have to be on now the famous streaming platforms, the one that allows advertising like Hulu, etc. You have to be everywhere in order to dominate your niche market. Of course, some law firms aren't big enough to handle all of that, and that's fine. And you probably want to stay that. But if you are bigger and you want to grow and you want to hire more attorneys to help your firm, etc., you need to start leveraging multi-channel marketing like ASAP. That's so important because it's a growing trend of a sin or failure in your marketing. Okay. Now, here is the number 3 one is a pet peeve of mine because since I've been working with a lot of attorneys, I see this a lot, and I'm trying to see if I can stop it somehow. The number 3 sin is failure to review and understand data and analytics to create new goals and marketing strategies. Here's what I mean by that. I can't tell you how often this happens to me. I'm working with an attorney. They say, we have whether we established a monthly cadence for reviews of the data or a 90-day cadence, whatever we established, because I offer both. I offer a monthly review and a 90-day review. So irrespective of whatever we choose, I get this a lot. Hey Frank, I need to cancel our meeting today. I got caught, or I'm busy, or I'm going on vacation, whatever. Things are great. Phone's ringing, so keep the phone ringing. I'm good. That sounds great. Okay, great. Thanks. I'm glad the phone's ringing. But I don't get a chance to connect with my client, and I don't get a chance to analyze the data properly so I can then fine tune and even create more opportunity / phone call / form fills, etc., whatever the action is for you. See, just because the phone's ringing, I don't know your closing ratio. I don't know what the conversations are like. I don't, because when it's attorneys, when we work with other industries like HVAC companies, waterproofing companies, etc., we have a recorded call. We can go over the calls with them, etc., etc. But when it's an attorney, which we specialize in, we do not record the calls. So the only thing I have is the data that, hey, they received a phone call. Oh, hey, they received another form fill. So I can tell them how many leads they got, that last month or in the past 90 days, etc. But I don't know what that produced. I don't know what kind of leads they were. I don't know if they were leads that were just fishing for information, So that's the importance of having a review, some kind of a review cadence with your digital marketing agency or with your internal team. If you're doing, for instance, if you're doing your own marketing, if you're a big enough firm that you have your own marketing division, great, and review it with them, but you have to have some kind of review because it helps us as marketers fine tune things, dial it in, and even give you better results. So let's say you're getting, like 30 calls a month and you're happy with 30 calls, right? You're happy with that. But if I know exactly what those 30 calls came, what it was boiled, what was the results of those 30 calls, I can fine tune things even more because of the technology is there for us, for me to actually fine tune more and find better people at a quicker rate, at a cheaper cost. If you're doing pay-per-click marketing, let's say, or display ads or any kind of ads, the only thing I can't dial in to get cheaper is SEO, because that's that's an organic thing. But any kind of advertising, I can dial in to the core to get those same people who are converting at a cheaper cost to you. And that's what I mean by dialing it in. So that's the importance, folks, of having reviews with your marketing team. Okay. So let me go over these again, because these are big items. It sounds small, but these are huge items. All right. The number one is you're not understanding the importance of how to utilize SEO the proper way. The number two thing is not leveraging multi-channel marketing. Huge problem. And number three, and the most important one of all three, as a matter of fact, I'm slapping myself in the head by not putting them as number one, is not reviewing the data and the analytics so that way you can create new goals. Because that's the only reason. We don't want to meet with you to bug you. We want to meet with you to help you. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, folks. If you think you got a lot out of this, again, share it with your other law partners or any other attorneys that you think could benefit from something like this. Or if you're looking for somebody to help you with your marketing, give us a call, 888-416-7752. We specialize in helping attorneys just like you really get the word out effectively about your firm. So, without further ado, I'm going to put an end to this episode. Until next week, this has been Frank Deming, the local business guy. Take care and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.